What if you could become untouchable in 5 moves, without raising your voice, without showing your hand? What if your enemies reached for you and touched smoke? This is the way of kings. Today we solve a brutal problem: how to become invincible without a battlefield. Not through force, but through perception. Not through noise, but through design. 5 secrets. 1 crown. Invincibility is not measured by how many fights you win, but by how few you ever have to face. The highest form of power is the absence of opposition. The great rulers do not stand taller by shouting. They make the room quieter by entering. They do not conquer crowds. They choreograph them. They arrange reality so that resistance never materializes. And if it does, it arrives late, confused, and alone. This is the invisible war. Secret 1 is strategic indifference. A weak man pleads to be understood. A strong man is unreadable. You never sprint to correct a rumor, never bleed in public, never explain what needs no explanation. You train your face to be a mask, and your pulse to be a metronome. Your calm is a cage that others build around themselves. They hurl bait. You do not bite. They demand your energy. You offer a vacuum. The more they reach, the further you drift, until they exhaust themselves shadow boxing your silence. You win because they spend themselves trying to move what will not move. Secret 2 is reputation as armor. Power lives in the mind, not the arena. You do not advertise yourself. You curate witnesses. You place small, deliberate stories where they will spread on their own. You never accuse. You imply. You never boast. You allow others to report. 1 well-timed suggestion, 1 carefully framed truth, and a rival becomes a question mark. Their need to defend becomes your prosecution. Their noise confirms your narrative. Your name tightens around theirs like a slow, polite noose. Secret 3 is presence control. You do not appear merely to be seen. You appear to be inevitable. Show up only when your arrival changes the weather. Withdraw when your absence creates gravity. You control rooms by choosing which rooms to ignore. You speak when your silence would be misread as weakness and fall silent when your words would make someone else important. Timing is dominance. Scarcity is prestige. The king is not everywhere. He is exactly where it costs the most to oppose him. Secret 4 is engineered alliances. You do not fight with your hands. You fight with other people's interests. You map the appetites in the room and feed them small victories that point in your direction. You elevate the useful, dignify the loyal, and keep the ambitious just near enough to dream. You never argue with an enemy you can replace. You never punish a rival you can isolate. You build a circle that protects itself because you designed it to, and your influence moves through it like current, unseen, irresistible, deniable. Secret 5 is elegant exile. You don't destroy a man. You make him unnecessary. You shift the conversation, raise the standard, and reward performances he cannot meet. Decisions are made without him. Events unfold that do not require his presence. And yet, he is invited to watch. He becomes tolerated, not feared, visible, not relevant. There is no duel to point to, no wound to avenge, only a slow dimming where his name used to glow. By the time he understands, he has been erased. There is nothing left to recover. You must become the architect of silence. Build conditions where your rival breathes less with every sentence he speaks. Present yourself steady, detached, and inevitable, while beneath that calm, you shift the floorboards under his feet. Pride will bait him into overreach. Anxiety will make him loud. Your stillness will turn into thunder in his head. He will destroy himself, trying to force a reaction you never give. The masses live loudly. The ruler lives differently. He controls the energy of the room without touching a chair. People bow or break. Either outcome requires no sword. You do not win by being right. You win by arranging the fall so it looks like gravity. The most dangerous man in any room is the one who feels nothing on schedule. In a world ruled by impulse and validation, detachment is dominance. You weaponize restraint. You watch others burn their fuel trying to light you up. Reputation is your quiet blade. It cuts deeper than argument and travels farther than proof. You place weights on images, never on bodies. One whisper set on the right table, and the crowd completes your work for you. Patience is precision. Precision is cruelty. You shine a light exactly when a flaw appears, and the flaw becomes a mirror that they cannot bear to look into. You remain invisible as the architect. Your tone is clean, your hands unstained, your posture honorable. Others move for you because you made it sensible for them to do so. Doors drift open in your direction and shut behind those who once mocked you. Their laughter becomes an artifact. Your silence becomes law. They can survive defeat. They cannot survive being seen as unnecessary. Invincibility is not a costume you wear. It is a system you design. Indifference as shield, reputation as weapon, presence as leverage, alliances as machinery, exile as finish. 5 moves. No shouting, no brawls. Just a throne that grows taller every time you choose not to descend.